Hey guys, I'm Ray. So today's video is about listing and template sharing part 2, and this is the third template I'm going to share with you. So let's get into it. Okay, I think we all familiar with the situation that sometimes in our work or in our life we have to do some persuasion, right? And persuasion is everywhere. Maybe you have to ask for colleagues' assistance, or maybe you have to pitch services to get the offer, or maybe you have to give a briefing to your boss because you need some resources, and etc. etc. And I wouldn't deny that sometimes our personality or our appearance is the key factors that could affect and effect the final goal or the final outcome we want. But by using the template or by using the framework that I'm going to share with you guys today below, I believe that we can minimize the personality and appearance of our own to the minimal degree, and we can minimize the impact of these two factors and irrespective of these things, and make our expressions more clear and more acceptable. Okay, so framework of articulation is today's topic. So let me give you a scenario. So suppose you're a counselor, you do some counseling in project management, and today one of your clients, their company have a very big problem in project management. So you need to give a briefing to them. So first part of your presentation is about the introduction of you and your own company. And then you move on to the second part. The second part is about how many projects or how many cases you ever had before, because you want to show off. You want to make them build up this confidence toward you. And the third part is the key part of your presentation. That is advices providing. You provide some advices. You provide some approaches to your clients. This is the first template. So how do you think about this? I think it's pretty common and pretty adequate, right? But this common template or this common presentation, sometimes it couldn't help you get the offer because you can't stand out from other companies or you can't stand out from other counselors, which that they're also providing some approaches. So your presentation looks just like they are. That can't help you stand out of others. So how about we use the second template or the second framework I'm going to share with you today. So the first part, we don't talk too much about ourselves. We talk about how these big companies or how these upscale companies manage their teams. And then we move on to the current issues or how many difficult problems your clients have. And the final part is the same. We do some advices providing or some approach suggestions providing. So, as you can see, the first template that I share with you has a very big problem. That is, in the first part and the second part, you talk too much about yourself. And this is the key part, that nobody cares about yourself and your company because we all care about ourselves. So there's one thing we need to keep in mind. Human beings attention or human beings' concentration is a finite resource. Don't waste too much time on something they don't really care. So if we look at the second framework, you can see that in the first part and the second part, why we talk about how these big companies manage their teams, and why we talk about how bad your client's company are, or how bad your client's company is, because we want to make them fear. We want to make them see the huge gap between themselves and these good companies. And this is a way to raise the fear of existential crisis and make them eager or make them crave for change. And in this time, in this moment, when you provide your advices or your approaches, that will make your approach more acceptable, because they're very eager to change, so they want to hear what your advice is. So this kind of template is called ideal, reality, and suggestions. So just like I said, ideal is you provide an ideal situation for your customers or for your listeners. You portray this ideal situation in their mind and make them understand they still got a long way to go. And how can they catch up on these gaps? Is by doing or accepting your suggestion. So next time, if you're about to do some persuasion to other people, or you need to give some advices to your listeners, keep in mind, don't talk too much about yourself in the first place. Talk about how long your client still have to get to catch up on the ideal. And this is the moment when you can provide your approaches. So this is today's sharing, and I hope you could I hope you can draw on them in your daily conversation. So I'll see you next time.